So I'm here with Tom Slingsby. Tom, you've got a whole bunch of titles to your name, haven't you now? You've had a pretty good year, haven't you?
Yeah, 2010 was a good year. It's been my best year to date, and 2011 now, hopefully I have another good one.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you will do. This is your first World Championship this year, isn't it? Because you last year you collected the Laser Worlds, the Etchells Worlds, and was there anything else?
No, second in the 540 Worlds as
Not
well.
bad, but yeah. ISAF World Sailor of the Year.
Yeah.
Nice work, well done for that.
Thanks.
So here you are at the Moths. How come you're sailing a Moth? Because you're a laser sailor, aren't you? And I'm guessing you're aiming for London 2012. A laser and a Moth, not an obvious training boat for each other, really.
Yeah, no, I enjoy sailing other classes. I find it helps my laser sailing. I learn a lot about apparent winds and about all different types of sailing. Hydrofoil's a new way, and it seems the future of sailing's going that way. So I want to be a part of it, get into it, learn about it, and yeah, I'm enjoying the challenge. It's very different, but I love it.
And you've obviously been aware of a whole bunch of this technical stuff happening, which is to do with wing masts and wing sails, all that kind of stuff. It turns out they are now legal, apparently. Do you wish you had one?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to get into it eventually. At the moment everything needs to be a bit worked on a bit and just get them refined a little more, and I think soon everyone will have them. But yeah, the way the America's Cup's going, wing sails and catamarans, and I'd love to have a look at all that avenue. I'd love to get a wing sail and start practicing by myself and learn how they work, and yeah, hopefully in the future I'll get a chance.
Now you haven't been in this class very long, but you've got to the top of the class pretty quickly. Obviously you're a full-time sailor, so I guess some people would expect you to do that. But when you're doing an event like this, and I'm sure that you'll be top 10 most races. I'm sure you'll be winning some races. You may win the whole event. Who knows? That's the weeks yet to come. But when you're doing an event like this, and after 2 or 3 laps you finish, and there are still people you're racing against who are 2 laps behind, and you've now got to sit and wait in a Moth, never easy. What's going through your head? How do you kind of keep your focus? How do you not kind of go, oh, I wish those guys would hurry up? How do you kind of sort all that out mentally as much as anything else?
Yeah, to stay calm. I mean, I get that in lasers and everything. You have to sit around and wait often, and I just like to chat with my mates, and I'm lucky in the Moth class we've got all of my good mates in this class, and we just enjoyed talking about the race, chatting and making a few jokes, and the time actually flies when you're doing that, and yeah, I've never worried too much. Yesterday I broke gear and missed the first race, waited, and then second race I was OCS and had to sit and wait, so I was sitting out there for about 4 hours before I got some racing. So it's tough in a Moth because you can't just sit there comfortably. It's always going side to side, but yeah, that's okay. You learn to live with it.
And in a class like the Moth class, where do you get your learning from? So do you have a coach, or who do you actually copy, and how do you actually move your game on rapidly?
I've just been lucky. I've got some good mates who are great sailors, and Nathan Outridge, definitely, he got me into the class. He was saying, we did the A classes together, and he said, oh, we should get a Moth next and we should do the Worlds, and yeah, I decided to have a go, and I'm lucky he's the best at the moment, and he got me up to speed, and also Joe Turner, who's a great sailor. He's really good in Moths, and he sort of told me a lot about the boat and how to get it going a bit quicker. So I'm lucky I've got good mates who get me up to speed, but when I get a bit too quick, they go a bit quiet, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you're a local here, aren't you, Lake Macquarie?
I'm Gosford, about 45 minutes away.
But you kind of know this area pretty
well?
Yeah,
I've grown up sailing here.
So flat water we should expect all week, clearly. Pretty flat water.
Yep.
What about the sharks?
I don't know. Well, I dropped my rig yesterday. I was in the water for about 25 minutes trying to put it back in, and I didn't get eaten. So I have seen a couple, but it's part of it, and there won't be any problems. You can guarantee that. But it's yeah, everyone occasionally sees one and gets a bit freaked out, but they're a lot more scared of us than we are of them. Yeah,
I guess a Moth at 25 knots, those hydrofoils could slice some bits off a shark, couldn't they?
Yeah, I'm sure they could.
And what's everybody says these are fast boats, which they clearly are. You can see the camera boats can barely keep up with them. What's the fastest you've been in a Moth?
My top speed was 28 knots, 0.9, and 10-second average of 28.1. And yeah, that's the quickest I've been on my GPS, and I don't think I've been quicker than that. But Nathan Outridge has done 31 knots, and so it's...
And that's not just bar talk, that's recorded,
That's recorded on GPS. Right. So, and I was here watching him do it right across here in a hard nor'easter one day. So, I mean, when you're at those speeds, the water's like concrete, and I've got plenty of bruises to prove it.
And who's your top 3 for this event? I mean, including yourself, if you think you'll be there, which I guess you probably do.
For me, I mean, I've got speed, and that's the most important thing. I'm still working on my boat handling. I'm still new to the class, so in a bit of waves I sort of struggle, and occasionally I capsize on a jibe, and I'm still learning, but I think Nathan Outridge is going to be hard to beat. He's proved it last week, carrying all firsts the last few days. I think Joe Turner will be in the top 3, and I think it's a chance for anyone really. It's whoever really puts it together. I mean, there's about 15 guys with speed and 15 guys with good boat handling and tactics, and yeah, it's just going to come down to who puts it together on the day, I think.
And gear breakage, obviously that's going to be an issue in this class, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I keep breaking things. I keep having to sit out a race or something when I go out sailing, so it's a bit unfortunate. I'm working on it. I'm a laser sailor, so I'm not used to this boat work thing, but I'm down here today. I'm going to lock in a few hours and try to make sure nothing breaks over next week or so.
Awesome. Well, mate, thanks for your time. We'll be talking to you during the week, I'm sure. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Cheers.